An Introduction to the Devout Life by St. Francis de Sales. Part the First, Chapter 4, on the necessity of a guide on our entrance and through our progress in a devout life. The young Tobias, being commanded to go to Rajas, replied, "I know not the way." And his father answered, "Seek thee a man which may go with thee." And so I say to you, Philothea, if you desire heartily to follow a devout life, seek a holy guide and conductor. Seek where you will. So spoke the devout Avila, and you will never so safely find the will of God as in the path of humble obedience, so well trodden by all the saints of old. When St. Teresa saw what great penances were practiced by Catherine of Cordova, she longed to imitate her, and was tempted to disobey her confessor in so doing. But God said to her, "Daughter, you are in a safe and good path. I prize your obedience higher than her penance." And so great was her love of obedience that, beyond what she owed to her ordinary superiors, she took a vow of special obedience to a holy man, obliging herself to follow his guidance, which was an infinite blessing to her. And many other pious souls, both before and after her, to subject themselves more perfectly to God, have submitted their will to that of their servants, which is highly commended by St. Catherine of Siena. The pious princess, St. Elizabeth of Hungary, submitted with entire obedience to Conrad. She was a queen. And the parting words of St. Louis, when on his deathbed to his son were, "Make frequent confession, and choose a good confessor, who shall faithfully teach you in the way of salvation." And St. Louis was a king. Holy Writ says that a faithful friend is as a strong defense, and that he who hath found such a one has found a treasure. A faithful friend is the medicine of life and immortality, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verses 14 to 16. These words, as you may see by the context, regard chiefly our eternal interests, in which, above all, we require this faithful friend, who will guide our actions by his warnings and counsels, and thereby protect us from the snares and delusions of the evil one. In all our sorrows, our sadness, our falls, he will be as a treasure of wisdom to us. He will be as a physician to give ease to our hearts and help in our spiritual diseases. He will preserve us from evil and forward us in what is good. And when we are conquered by some infirmity, he will save us from being overwhelmed, and will raise us from our prostrate condition. But who can find such a friend? The wise man answers, "They that fear the Lord." That is to say, those that are lowly in heart and earnestly desire their spiritual advancement. And be sure, my daughter, that since it is so all-important for you to begin the holy course of devotion led by a safe guide, if you heartily pray that God will give you such, he will supply your need in his own way. Do not doubt that he who sent an angel to guide the young Tobias will provide you with a good and faithful guide. And when found, he should be to you as an angel. Do not regard him as an ordinary man, nor trust in him as such, nor in his human knowledge, but trust in God, who will himself guide you through his appointed channel, prompting him to do and say that which you most require. Therefore, count him as an angel come from heaven, that he may conduct you thither. Have toward him an open heart in all faithfulness and sincerity, laying bare to him alike your evil and your good, without pretense or dissimulation. By this means what is good in you will be examined and established. What is evil remedied and corrected. You will be relieved and comforted in your sorrows, moderated and restrained in your prosperity. Place entire confidence in him, mingled with sacred reverence, so that neither reverence should hinder your confidence, nor confidence lessen your reverence. Trust in him with the love of a daughter to a father. Esteem him with the confidence of a son toward his mother. In short, let this friendship be at once loving and firm, wholly sacred, divine, spiritual, holy. And for such you must choose amongst thousands, for there are but few suited to such an office. He must be filled with charity, knowledge, and discretion. Where any of them are lacking, there is danger. But ask such of God, and when you have found what you need, thank his divine majesty and be content. Seek no more, but go on, simply, humbly, and trustingly, and your journey will be safe and blessed. End of chapter 4.